Mitch Miller here. Just edited a video where I criticize a lot of things such as the media, and I had to watch once again to make sure how I referred to a certain subject because I was a little worried for Tina and Lauren, I guess. I don't know. But I did refer to it as the head of NBC. So, I've been a little hesitant, and I've written about my hesitancy to criticize females because just like people of certain faiths, I feel like women have enough issues, and to criticize them is not necessarily the best course in the year 2016. And to all those ladies out there that have been married for 30 years and have listened to that intelligent commentary from their spouses, who's always just been one step ahead and just always had that perfect one step ahead commentary. How did they get that, and how do they stay on top like that, and how do they stay evolutionarily superior, right? If you hear it for 30 years, it makes sense, I guess, but so to those women, I say, or that I can kind of hear almost saying, well, some women need criticized. I guess I don't necessarily believe that. And to build a regime of men and then keep everybody fighting with each other by saying women need to be criticized is not advantageous. But anyway, on a lighter note, I said some stuff earlier today. I'm not sure chronologically. I guess I'll put this at the end. I did apply to Oprah's one facet of her media company, which I'm sure will be held up as the only female media company or only female corporation in the world, but we got one, right? To her, I would say, well, I probably wouldn't say anything to her because I don't think I'd ever get a meeting with Oprah, but I would say if there's any way to get me, Philip Banks, and Will in a room and to meet with the right executives, I got a pretty good case for us, and it's at least interesting, and it'll entertain them for 20 or 30 minutes and say, yeah, we'll maybe throw some money at you, or try to help you for this Kwanzaa thing that I think is a good idea. But what I want to say is, I've been hesitant to criticize women, but I forgot. I wrote earlier today to some younger ladies in the entertainment industry, and I said that I was going to reiterate it in the video, but I got on the spot because I go as I go, and I don't have any coaching, and I don't take many second takes, and it'd be cool to have a crew that wanted to do that and kind of reshape some things and take some different angles at things. But what I wanted to reiterate was, if you're going to criticize women and you're going to be a media figure and criticize women, I think you should have to go through maybe just at least a iota of what I've been through. So that's to you, Rush Limbaugh, or we'll just call you Rush. Sorry, I threw in the last name, so you're contract team can probably blank something out on this thing. But yeah, I'll go head to head with you, Rush. If you cut the cameras out of your studio, I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with that, but you know, I do know where I'm going with that, and I think I'm qualified to throw a little critique in. And I apologize because I had to do it from here, and I have mixed signals and making cases, but you have to read the headings of my YouTube videos and some of the discourse in the descriptions of the YouTube videos for my weird conspiracy theories and all kinds of crap. But what I've noticed about Danish women, a fair amount, or Danish people, but just my observations have been a fair amount embrace Eastern religious practices or Eastern belief systems. And so, if this helps Lauren or Tina or anyone, again, I just went with what I wrote quickly on my lines. I think I'm getting a little better at impressions, but I don't really sit around and practice in my home because I don't have a private domicile to walk around and pre-practice these impressions or anything like that. So you're literally watching them as they go, but I've known that I could probably, like I said, practice them. Like I said, I ran through the video again, and I referred to the head of NBC, and just as an interesting thing, and I don't know how this relates, or I hope this doesn't really offend anybody, but I'm open to all belief systems and all religions that are grounded in ancient traditions and beliefs. And so an interesting thought for me is, what if the head of NBC looked something like that, I guess, or I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with that, but it's an interesting thought. So I'll close with that. Or maybe not, I'll pause because other thing will come to me. I'll be, more stuff came to me, and I don't know what to do. I'm from America, and I know the Christian faith, and I'm critical of that, and that's where I'm grounded, and that's why I'm just not familiar with a lot of other religions, and so to show a religious symbol like that, I just don't know how that's perceived, and I'm speaking English, and so I'll go into a personal story, but I know this is a crazy, tumultuous world, and people make cartoons and critiques, and people become impassioned, and horrible things happen, and so I just get confused because it harkens to my art too. And do you show images, and how do you do that? And the concept of that is something that I want to understand, but I also need to speak with people from those cultures to understand it. And so I'm out here. I'm trying, and and I'm trying to offer the olive branch, but also I don't know. But what I'll say is Eastern religion I don't know a lot about, and I know that people here in Denmark, they chant and they meditate, and I learned that in acting classes. But when I was in solitary confinement, I didn't do it. I, because I made a commentary on the penal system here in Denmark, and I was in that jail cell, and I didn't, chant. I didn't do that, and I had no reading material for 4 weeks. I had nothing. I stared. I stared at walls and ceilings, and I thought, and I just was so blown away at how I could be in this place. I was so, I just stared. And maybe I should have chanted and meditated, but I looked and thought. I just thought a lot because I didn't understand why I was there. And so I got personal, and I called these politicians in Europe, and some of these ladies, in their final closing comment, they said, "Good luck." So, to you I say, good night and good luck.